All right. Hey, everybody. How are you? Rough couple of days, but we're here. Hello, hello. Hey, Rex, there you are. Awesome. Hey, B. Williams, I see you. Hey, Rex,
Hey,
you made
what's
it.
up? I made it, right?
Yeah, man, we're in here.
There you
I
go.
I finally have my ears on, so I don't be yelling at the screen.
Yeah, I
Hey,
know,
can you
right?
hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yep. I never get to talk to you. This is amazing.
I know. I never get to see your face. All emails, all the
That's
time.
it. That's it.
Kim is here too. Wow. Everybody, you brought all the people, Rex.
Okay, keep telling me that.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming and hanging out on Wildcard Wednesday.
Of
I've been doing
course.
this for a minute. We started with PJ Morton. Everybody that's been on the wild card, we're just
Right,
having
right.
conversation and talking. So this is like huge.
I feel
And
like I
it's
am the wild card. As long as long as we worked on this record.
been
It's
three
good
years,
stuff though.
Rex. 3 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Rex. This is the
Yeah.
week.
This
This
is
is the
it. This
week.
is it. You know?
I'm
COVID
excited.
music. COVID
Co-
music. You know what's
Listen.
funny? So check this out. I was looking Lost and Found like 2007. I'm like, oh my
Hmm.
God, it's a long time.
Yeah.
The Luther album was 2004.
Real. That's when I met you.
Yes, yeah,
2004, right before that. And you
yep,
knew nothing about me. Nothing at
nothing,
all.
nothing.
What were we doing? We were doing my sensitivity.
My sensitivity, yep.
Yeah.
And people have
And
been telling me about you, and I was like, lettuce, what is a Ledisi? What do you, I had no idea. But what's funny about that, the amount of time from that record until Lost and Found, like that was a 3 year span.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You were trying to
Yeah.
decide what you wanted to do.
I did not want to I wanted to quit the business all the way.
Yeah, yeah,
I
I
was
know.
done. And but they don't know. A lot of people don't know that a lot of people who follow me or go to my shows, they know.
Right.
But I was done and you and my mom were the only two people talking through me, just reasoning, going,
I
listen.
know. I
Remember that
remember
long
meeting your mom. I remember meeting your mom. And she was in the studio and she started vibing like I was like, oh shit.
because she has
Yes,
a
mom got
groove. My
vibe. Yeah,
mom
yeah,
my
yeah.
mom does a little dance.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
she's not
She's
moving, she
flyer than
don't
you. She's flyer than you.
she is.
There
I'm a total geek. My mom got swag, man.
you go.
But
There you go.
she does, if she rocks to the songs, that means she likes it.
That's
She'll
it.
let you know.
And she'll let you know.
Really loud.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
Little
love the
women.
background.
Oh,
Like
you do? I
yeah,
decided
my
to
shit
add
is
some
whack. Yours
vibe.
is like incredible.
I added some vibe to
I
it. I
should have
wanted some.
consulted your interior designer because mine is like plain.
You
I need to
silly.
get
It
some
doesn't
vibe.
matter. It's the face. You all
There you
cleaned
go.
up for me.
I'm cleaned up. Got a
Usually you have a
little.
hat.
I know. You know what I decided. You know what to show people my hairstyle, whatever.
I
You know.
love it, man. You look
Yep.
great. You look great. So
So
Rex,
how you
with
feeling? Tell me what's up. How you feeling
I'm
about all this?
freaking out a little bit.
Okay.
I'm freaking out in a good way. Like I feel like I've done all my work and
Hmm.
I've done the work and I had all the right people with me, especially you. You're like my Linus has his blanket. That's what you are for me on every album. It's like I need my blankie.
Yeah. There you go.
And so, what do you think? What do you think it is about our collaboration, our connection as a team? Why do you think it just works so the way it works? A lot of people don't. I don't even know. It just
You know
happens.
what? I think about that, but it's like I think I allow you to be vulnerable. You're not self-conscious about making mistakes, trying things, As people talk about how is it to produce a vocalist, you just have to make them comfortable enough to screw up and not, and try things and do things and not have to communicate, although you do yell at me from time to time.
Oh, all the time.
When you say to me, you yelling at me is not going to make me want to say,
And you yell at me, we yell at each other, but it's
yeah,
it's love.
it's
That's what
love.
the passion in it says. I
Yeah,
love this so much that it has to be right. And we've learned a lot about presentation, I think, along
right.
the way, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like we
The
know there's
importance of
another
it.
relationship. And a lot of times you have to separate that friendship. A
Yeah.
lot of times it's what makes it work, and then the other times you have to separate it because at the same time I'm serving you.
Well,
So you got to
yeah.
take your ego, my ego, and look, I'm here in service, not so much like, and as you get to know someone, you have to check yourself because part of you wants to say, look, listen to me. What am I trying?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but you have to be like, you have to understand that you are entrusting me with your most precious thing, which is your vocals, your career, your whatever portion that is. And so I have to check myself from time to time to say, it's not about me, it's not about my ego or my opinion. I give you my opinion, but at the end of the day, I have to support your vision.
You
So
you always give me the truth, even when it's something that's like the worst thing to say to an artist, meaning an artist while they're creating. You always say, and I think that's why I've had such great success is because of you. You think of the audience all the time. Like what is your fan base thinking? What will
well, I
they
think of
think?
what you mean. Like each artist has a place in someone's like emotion or in their heart or in their spirit that you feel.
Mm,
And if you don't feel that for someone, like they can't wait for your record to come out because this is what it's going to do for me. They anticipate that. So
yeah.
if you ignore that, then you're missing the point. I'm not saying don't try other things. You
No,
always
no,
expand,
but an
but it's
artist
like you have
always
to
wants
hit
to
that.
create.
Sure,
They want to
yeah, but you
create
have
and
to
just,
understand,
but you always go, hey, hey, but will your fan base listen to
right?
that?
Because if you
Yeah,
tell your fan bases, "I don't love about me what you love about me," like imagine telling someone or your husband or your loved
yeah.
one, "I don't love about me what you love about me." That's the craziest shit. So it's the same thing with people. They're like, what, you don't love this about this is why I love you. So you're telling me it was just a fraud?
Yeah,
You
we
know?
just don't like doing the same things
Yeah, I
over and
get
over
it. I get
again.
it.
And
I
but
get it.
you always remind me of my base. And that's
Yeah.
why I don't pay I have the luxury of not paying attention to radio, but you are. Do you know what I mean? You're
Right.
always looking for that and listening for that. And that's
But we
probably
didn't really do that so much on this record, which
no,
was
no,
which
not at
was
all.
liberating.
Not
We just
at
like
all.
we did music. It was
Hey
fun. It
Kevin.
was
Kevin's on
hey,
here.
okay, what's up? What's up? This is the most fun I've seen you have in I can't count the years.
Wow, really?
Yeah, where you like wanted to sing and you
Well,
wanted to do
yeah.
this. You
Yeah.
didn't have to like break into it. You like, you know, you didn't overthink it so much till the end. You start freaking out on me, lad.
The end I acted a fool.
Yeah,
But
yeah, you did. But but you have
the
to do
end
that,
I acted up.
you
But
know
the
that.
beginning I was like, whatever, this is did I record it? Is it good? Okay, I'm out. I didn't
Yep.
spend time on it. Like I didn't oversing to be noodling every little thing. Just at
Well, it was
the
like we were
end.
hanging out, and then in the process of us hanging out, the song got done.
Yeah.
So that's how it felt, which is great because that's how it used to feel.
Yeah.
And then what happens is expectations, and you want to beat your last thing, and you want to, or do something different, and you get kind of caught up in all of that versus just make music.
Right.
The good stuff rises to the top. The other stuff you might not even use it. So just
Right,
let it
right.
be what it's going to be. Don't cut it off. Don't cut off the process.
What was your
So
favorite moment during the wild card making this project? Because
it
you've been there
probably
every time except for the last two songs because we had COVID.
right.
But you were there, but you weren't in the
Yeah,
room with me, and I was like, I had to record myself and
I
everything.
think what was my favorite. You know what? When we were in the studio with Robert Glasper.
I knew you were gonna say
You know
that.
why? Because I felt like that's what it used to feel and sound like in the beginning when I first met you. And I just got that feeling all over again. So that, and even though it wasn't like my joint or whatever, I didn't even care. It was just and you were in it. You were like actually participating. You weren't like someone give me something. You were in the creative moment. And it was cool being with you, listening, not playing, not doing anything, just sitting in the studio with you. So it's like we were partners.
Yeah,
It felt kind of cool to me,
but we've
that
been
you wanted to hang
partners,
out
so
with me, that you wanted to hang out with me.
of course I do. Linus needs the blanket, man.
That's it, man. So that was great, and then doing vocals, just recording your vocals, hearing you try things, hearing you come back, hearing you
Mm,
let it go and not do it so much that you know, like I want to do it again. I want to do it again. It was like when you felt like you had the right emotion, it was cool. We were done. It's amazing.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
had
you
we
singing
had
your face
fun.
off. You were singing.
But it's because you had your room back too. I love
I
recording
know.
in your room.
We went back to the beginning.
Yeah, it was
And
the very
and
beginning.
the next time,
Oh,
I remember that like probably more than anything.
never gonna be,
I
never
know, right?
gonna be. Wait till they hear. They not ready.
It's
They're not
crazy.
ready for this
I love
project.
it. I love it. I love it.
It's so. I had a blast. You're right. This was the first time I've never overthought an album. I just had a fun time recording. I knew what I wanted. I knew how I wanted
Hmm.
style. Remember, I did the photo shoot before we even started
Right.
recording.
Right.
I was already done, and you're like the BMG was like, "Wow, you're already finished." Yeah, I'm done. I know what I wanted. The vibes, and we
Right.
were already listening, and you knew we
And then
had
check it out to
references.
see how anything for you has connected.
Oh,
It's like, you know what's crazy? It's like when you're in
and
the
that's
studio and
y'all's
you're
fault,
working on something.
right there in your house. That's your
I know.
fault,
I had
right
no
there.
idea though, but you didn't tell me that's what you had written.
No, I didn't.
So it wasn't
I
until
didn't
like
even
I
tell
read it
you. I told
and my
you read
sister
it in an
called me.
article.
Yeah, my
You,
sister called me, said, I read this in an article, I started crying, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I, you
yeah,
know,
I didn't even
but I
tell
get
you.
it. I
Yeah, I
get
didn't
it
tell you.
now.
I think I was scared to tell you because I didn't want you to think I was using the energy in the room, but it felt like it was appropriate, a nice
Right,
stamp on our project to have. And I say our because it was us in every room,
right.
but it felt like your whole legacy for me was has been involved in mine, and so to have your dad's energy in there, it just felt right. It felt
So
right.
I'll let people into like when you're recording, what it's always amazing to me and vocalists in general. There's a point where everybody's trying something out, and then there's that moment, that 30 minutes or that 40 minutes when like the vocalist is locked in or you're locked in and you found your space and all the shit happens in that moment.
Yeah.
Like that to me is always amazing. It's like all the phrasing is right, all the emotion is right, and you never kind of, even if you come back, you don't really ever get rid of that,
No, no, no. We
you
always
know?
go back
So
to the first take
I
most of the
know,
time. And I
I know.
I I wanted anybody there that has questions for myself or Rex, just go ahead and ask them in the question box. There's a little question box, but I can't see it when you have questions like that. I have to scroll and it takes time.
Okay.
So, but Rex, the process with like I try to explain to people about our songwriting process, um, how we write, but it's hard to explain. Can you explain it maybe better than me? Because they ask what we do. To me, it's always a feel. We look for the feeling of it. Like if it get,
Well,
we always get chills. Like
yeah, you
I
get that
get
moment,
chills because I go somewhere and I'm not thinking about. I'm only into the words and the feeling,
but
hoping
very
for the
few
feeling.
times if it doesn't work quickly, or at
Yeah,
least like a lot of it doesn't work quickly, it never happens.
yeah, yeah.
Like you're trying to convince someone not that you know that someone's handsome that they don't think is handsome. You're like, no, 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 he's really. You're like,
Nah, he all right. He all
yeah.
right.
So
I get it.
they said, what is the favorite song on the wild card CD? That was one right there. The album drops
Uh,
tomorrow. Well, Friday, but tomorrow night at midnight.
Tomorrow night at midnight.
Yeah.
Rex, they
What's
asked,
your
do
favorite
you?
song?
Oh, on the wild card?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so unfair. But I will say I love all of them for their experience. I look at each
Right.
song as an experience. It's not necessarily a favorite because they all have an experience. But I will say the most challenging song was the In It to Win song because I had to become everything on that, like writing it back and forth with Phil and
Yeah, I wasn't there. You know.
you weren't in that process. And we were writing, meaning texting, writing, sending memos, and then
Right.
I would have to, he would record at home, then I would record at home. And it was that process, COVID process was no joke. You know what I mean?
You know,
Trying
I
to
was
write
done.
like that.
I
You
was
were
done.
finished. But I think my favorite song will always be Anything for You because now it means something different. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
And the response to it is different and the time that it comes out. That song came out at the top of COVID,
It
right?
did.
at the very beginning,
So, and it's
to
still
see it,
going strong. That's crazy. We talked
it's
about that
still
today.
going. It reminds me of my career. You know what I
Yep,
mean?
it's
It's
still
just
going.
like, oop, I'm still here.
You're
You
still
know what I
going.
mean?
Your ass is still going.
So I have to say that song is like a huge shut up, Rex. It's called Sustaining Beautifully, okay?
Best
But it's like
vocal, best vocal, best vocal, Same Love.
same
Best vocal
love,
on the album is Same Love.
same love is
Best
the
vocal.
vocal on that.
When people hear
Ooh,
Same Love, they're gonna go out.
they
That's
gonna go
that's
crazy.
you know,
Same
yeah,
love
that's
is bananas. There's a lot of what's
it's
the next
bananas.
single? Is I'll let Rex decide to answer that.
Yeah, you know what? We always say we pick the first one, y'all pick the second one. So tell us after you get the album.
Yeah, but we know Same Love is just a beautiful track.
It's
Are
one of them. Yes, yes, it's
is
bomb.
is one of them. Are y'all open to doing an entire album project dedicated to world music? Noah's own Michael. I never thought of that. That might be a cool idea.
That might be a real cool EP idea.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to think of that. The right, remember that, Michael. And which song
Yeah,
are you
that's good.
most excited about, and why? Which song am I Rex? Are you excited about any of the songs in particular?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm excited. Well, the single's out, so forget the single. There's a song on the album called "One," which I think is bomb with J Mo. I'm excited about
J-Mo,
that. I'm excited
man,
about that.
one
Yeah,
one is a deep song. It makes you dance, but it's deep. It's deep.
that's my favorite of you writing.
I loved writing. I wrote it at my computer at my desk, and I was going in. I was going in on that song.
You
Let's
cut your
see.
locks. Someone said you cut your locks.
We're not
I
talking
know they
about
ain't
no
talking to me.
hair.
I know they ain't talking about me.
Want anything for you as charts? Someone asked for that. What's special about the release date for you? When I found out we had to do it that date, we wanted a different date, right? We wanted it
Right.
sooner, and it just kept falling on that date. So it was destined to be on this date.
I see my
And
goddaughter just came in. What's up,
oh,
Grace?
cool. Yeah. Hey, Grace, thanks for borrowing. Let us borrowing Rex right now. But yeah, it was so, the date just happened. It just happened. It wasn't like a planned date, but everything fell on that date. And then when I looked
Yeah.
up what the date meant, it was so, I Have a Dream speech was that date. Barack Obama decided to become, uh, oh my God, I'm sorry. I started thinking about RNC last night. I was like,
Don't, don't,
ugh.
don't take me.
Anyway, look up the date, y'all. I don't feel like talking about it, but a whole bunch of stuff happened that date. Emmett Till was murdered that date. A lot of things were happening on August 28th throughout the years. But now the wild card is a part of that historic date, and I'm honored to share it with so many other people. There's a lot of people have music coming out too as well. What are your plans for a tour concert? Have you thought about a virtual concert? Yeah, we thought about it. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, a lot of
Uh,
surprises, you know?
yeah. How
A
did
lot of
COVID impact your
surprises.
creativity, emotionally response to writing songs? Actually, the process was the only thing that was impacted,
Right.
meaning I had to do things way different. I had to
She
beg.
won't come up my house anymore.
I can't come to Rex's
Won't come to the house and
house. Help.
record anything.
You're happy about that. Don't be smiling too hard.
Nah.
I pretty much live there. But
Man.
I just had to record
You know
differently.
what was weird though? It was like, because we talked about do you put out music now or don't
Yeah.
you put out music now? You know, I have
Hmm.
a better understanding of than I did then because we were talking about like, is this the right time? People are struggling, or are you saying something specifically about the struggle? But you know what? It kind of hit me that people want to get an escape from, you know, like I don't need to be told that it's bad when it's bad. I'm good.
We
I know
know.
that it's bad.
Yeah.
So we know all of that. So I want to give you something that's like, like your blanket you said, or something that to comfort you and do all that. You've always been inspirational. So there's always been that element in your music. So I think that people will find a soft place to to lay back into, and you just sang. I mean, it's just really raw and it's not overproduced. It's all about your vocals. I think that when people hear the album, that it's going to be about, like, you're reminding them how great of a vocalist you are, and it's okay to feel that way. By the way,
Oh yeah, I've accepted my role.
yeah, rappers always say they're the shit, and then singers always fake like they're humble.
No,
It's all
no,
good.
I know I
You
can
know,
sing. I wouldn't be here without this. That's true.
that's it.
Hallelujah.
Yeah,
No, I've
yeah.
accepted my position of what I'm able to bring to the table. So I'm okay with that now. Before I was afraid of saying that out loud, but I would say it around you.
But what's amazing is that people don't understand how seriously you take what you do. Like how like the power of it and how seriously you take it, and you study. There's a purpose to what you want to do. It drives me crazy, honest to
Yeah.
God. But I get it. Like, at the end of the day, you have a certain standard and you want to hit that standard.
Well,
And it
they're
can be even the
expecting it.
sound of a voice. It could be like a sound, like we'll argue sometimes about, like, that's not right, but I know you're going for a certain sound. And then when you do it, I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're good.
remember like the when we did on the wild card, we changed the vocal
Mm-hmm.
sound on for that clav sound, that slide
The
stone,
stone. Yeah, 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 yeah.
slide
Yep,
stone sound that we wanted.
yep,
What song?
yep.
What song was that?
Stone.
It was Stone, yeah.
Yeah, it was stone.
On Stone. I was like, Rex, we need to change that sound. But we didn't argue, we agreed on it. You said, yeah,
Right,
I get it now. I get where you're going.
right,
But yeah, it's like I don't know, our ancestors, the people that came before us that made this music soul music so great, is it's all about the feeling of it. And we
right,
never I never go away from that. Somebody asked me, you know, something about songwriting and why I choose to do the music the way I do. And I said I have to be in the mood for it. I have to feel it. If I don't feel it first, what's
right.
the point in giving it to an audience member? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys, they have another question. Hold on.
What is that? What is that?
Do you prefer to write with others or alone? I wrote on this album with so many people
Right. I think it's
and
both
a lot
ways
of
for you.
women, a lot of women. I love writing with other people. I love it. But usually I'll come up with a lot of the melodies, but
Hmm.
and no words. This album I hardly had words, right, Rex?
Yeah,
Till
you
people
ain't
were like,
lying.
you were like, if you don't sit your butt down and write something and anything
No,
for
but
you
check it out.
was the
I
one I
think that
wrote.
yeah, and I think that when you
Uh-huh.
had it all the way, you just finished it.
Yeah.
And when
Hmm.
you hit a block, you gave it up. You're like, okay, I know what this is. Let me call this person, or let me try this
Hmm.
person. That's a different process too,
Yeah.
um, to see, you know, like, how you evolve. Like,
Remember when we wrote Stay Gone in on
oh
the
yeah,
room table because your studio
that's
was
it.
full? That was so
I was
fun.
driving my family crazy. I had everything set up on the dining room table. That
Wrote
was,
Stay
you
Gone
know,
on the dining room table. It's so appropriate.
crazy.
So
That was good. Yeah, yeah, I like that song too. So
that
that's
song
good.
is dope. I told
That's yeah,
Sarah was on last week and we were talking about how fun that song was to write.
yeah.
She said, "Yeah, I was just tired. I'm tired of folk. Can we do something else together? And can I have your autograph?" Kim, go away.
Who was that?
Kim, you're so silly. Your album's coming out too, man. We can't wait for it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
coming
good
out.
too. It's
See, you
good.
get to hear everything first. Not fair.
Yeah, you know.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what else to talk about. I'm trying to think of everything. What's your
Right.
favorite album though we've done?
Oh, come on, man.
Because
Um,
how many albums have we done together? How many LPs we've done?
Probably
Seven,
six, maybe
six,
seven, 6 or 7.
6 or 7. Yeah,
Favorite album? Well, I'm not saying it's the best album, but Lost and Found, because that's the first time I met you. So
yeah.
that I can remember everything that happened. My
I
favorite
can't.
moment was the Christmas album.
The Christmas album was
Like, recording that in
amazing.
2 weeks. That was
Two
awesome.
weeks, and I was
Two
on the
weeks.
road.
Yeah,
I had
that was
hardly no
nuts.
voice, and I
That was nuts.
still got
And just
through
the
it.
musicians and being in the room, and then being in the room this time with musicians, which we hadn't done
And
so much
since
of
the
in a while.
Christmas,
So that
well,
was
we
great.
did Turn Me Loose. We had a
Yeah, yeah.
few
But
musicians.
this was dope.
We had a
And then
lot of
with
live
JMO
musicians.
and Brian and Ethan and Marcus Kinsey, which I got to introduce you to, who's like outrageous. Um, yeah, that was definitely good. That was definitely good.
It
Yeah.
says, how do you figure out which genre to record? You do style like people breathe air, so help. I don't know what that means, but did I do
You know what that
something?
makes it hard?
Hmm?
Because you can do a lot of different things. Like if a person does one thing, it makes it easy.
Hmm.
Always, because you just do that.
Right.
But because like you were just in the middle of doing the Nina thing, like it was just crazy. Like we
Yeah.
had to, yeah.
Yeah, we were
So,
doing two different projects at the same time of the wild card.
and she always has to have a schedule, y'all. It's like
There's Sarah. Sarah is here with us as well.
Sarah knows what it is. It's like, so when are we doing this? And when are we doing this? I'm like, I like to shoot from the hip,
I
which
love
isn't good all
having
the way either.
schedules.
I know.
I'm a nerd. I like things in order. Rex goes,
Yeah. And just
speaking
to
of
say, I'm not singing today.
the
Oh, you
wild
got it.
card,
Good. Okay, dope.
look, I finally got mine. Y'all gotta go get it.
For
My
some
husband
reason,
just
I don't
brought it in
have
there.
mine. So what are we
You don't
doing?
have, oh, okay. You
Yeah.
want mine?
No, this is COVID. You've been touching it.
Look, I've been
What?
all
What?
over it. Look, I'm COVID free. Don't be
Yeah, I mean,
talking
you know, I
about
had my
me.
test. I'm good.
Woo!
I'm good.
Get it, Rex, get
Yeah.
it. I need,
But,
oh,
so let me ask you, like, with all this stuff happening, Black Lives Matter, the
hmm.
election come, like all this heavy stuff happening, like what do you feel about all this happening at the same time? The pandemic and you putting out music and all of that.
Oh man. I think it's a year of accountability.
Okay.
This year is about great cleansing of our lives and really looking at our lives. Like we've been forced to look inward, not
Hmm.
outward. Like what's going on in your home. Usually we're
Right.
so busy that we don't have time to deal with how our home life is. Everybody's at home. So if your home is all messed up, you in
Yeah.
it.
If you don't like each other, you're in trouble right now. It's crazy.
But that's part of accountability, which
Right.
is to look around everything. So this year has been just all about
Oh,
that to
talk
me.
about talk about you have your own label.
Yes, I do.
How
I
come you're not
will
talking about that? Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. Talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah. Yeah, I do have my own label. You should tell them about that process though, because that was hard to get to.
Yeah, I
This
mean, look, you
coming
had
back
been
around,
signed for so long.
and I was
You had the
independent before.
opportunity. Yeah. And I'm
Yeah,
like, it's time to boss up, sis. Like,
you
do
told me
what you got
straight
to
up.
do. So you got,
Straight up,
this
Rex
is
was
it,
like,
you
"It's
know?
time."
But it comes with a different mindset because you're used to people doing for you, even if they don't do it right. You're used to sitting back and like let people do things for you. And now it's like it's your decision, which makes you respect the others in the past that they had to make decisions. It's not as easy as, but I'm just really proud of the fact that you have embraced it. And it's just difficult because you have to have the conversations you don't want to have sometimes, whether it's business or whether it's marketing or whether it's just like you just want to let somebody else do that, but now you have to deal with it. So the good, it's on you. You
Like,
can't point
remember
at
when
somebody.
y'all were like, pick a single? I'm like, well, who does that?
I'm like, yeah,
They
the
were like,
label
you,
says
but gotta do it. You're the label now.
pick it, pick it, live with it, love it,
It was hard deciding what to do or where
but
to
it was good
start.
to see you come full circle because, and I remember doing like press for this record. It's like I was reminding people she sold 50, 60, 70,000 records on her own before I met her, like out of the trunk of
Man.
your car and consignment and all that stuff, right? And I had like so much respect for that. And you did it by singing in front of people and people knowing who you are and you're selling records.
Yeah,
So
we didn't
now
have the internet
you're coming
at
all the way
all.
full circle. No.
No, we did not
So
have
now
the
it's just, and now that's all you have because you can't go out and touch people right now. So it makes it a little different. But this is what this is the music you shared during this period of everyone's life.
Yeah.
And regardless of how well it does or doesn't do, it was important for you to share your gift at this moment. And that's how I look at it. So I know I'd asked you, but I know that. So I was like, come to grips with it. It's like it's not about all the things we measure things by. It's
Yeah,
about
right.
where was she when we were going through this, and they can pick up this record and say like, okay, this is what was happening, and it marks a point in their life. And so you played an important part. And when I saw the Black Love Matter video
Yeah.
the other day, it shit blew me away, man.
It
It's
it
like
made
it's
my heart
incredible.
stop because I was
Yeah,
like, "Oh yeah, duh. We're in a
yeah,
movement going on right now. We're in an
yeah.
historical time, another time for August, the
Like
end
if you
of
guys
August."
haven't seen that, check it out
Yeah,
on
it's on my
on
on my
IG.
page, on my
It's
IG page.
incredible.
Black or go to
It's
Black Love at Black Love doc. That's what it's called, at Black Love doc. It's so good. I mean, it's doc on at Black Love doc on Twitter, but on IG I think it's just Black Love. But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful um piece of filming, and our song is on there. It's just amazing. Yeah, but like I said, it's all about accountability this year
okay.
in every way, politically, and us as people to fix ourselves and our community and build ourselves and say what we don't want any longer. So it's time for us to really step up and vote and support. And artists need help right now. I'm going to say that again and again.
Yes.
This is it. We don't have any shows. This is how we are making our living, just being online. So help
Right.
with, if they have a cash app, not just me, I mean everybody. Help them out. This is where we all are, right here. So anyway,
I know.
it's crazy. I can't even believe I have
I mean,
a
it's
record, a finished product. I didn't think I was gonna make it. So we're here. Any more
we
questions?
are here and it's coming out.
I'm just making sure I got every. Yeah, that was all the questions. There's a lot of them about other things, but I'm not answering.
What's your cash app, Ledisi?
I don't have one. I
See,
gotta
there you
get
go.
one. I gotta
You
get
better get
one.
one.
I'm all supporting everybody else. I gotta support myself too. I keep forgetting. Rex, what are your expectations for this project though? Uh, has is it the same as every project, or is this one a little different?
No, look, I think that it's different in the sense that, like I said, the measurement is different. The way you get to your audience is different, and I think that people can share the whole album in a way that it didn't used to be.
Yeah,
Where it's like it's like we're releasing songs, letting songs, different layers, different things. I think that you can share more of yourself than you have because it's always been like when you're signed to a major. A lot of times it's like a big cruise liner, and it's hard to
yeah.
turn. And now you're in more of a speedboat. So if you want to make a left hand turn, you just make a left hand turn. If you want to put another song out tomorrow, you put the song out tomorrow. You share with your fans, and you get that feedback, and then you got to listen. You know,
Hmm.
um, and it's just cool. With the DSPs, the Spotify and Apple and everything, and their their embrace of your music and being able to like you can like on the last album there were songs that came out that went crazy on Spotify that weren't even the singles. But we have to pay attention to that,
Yeah.
and then kind of like instead of
But I
just
remember
okay,
you
that
telling
happened.
the label to pay attention to that,
Yeah,
but no one was.
but
Yeah.
yeah, but I
And we
mean, what
love them.
happens is it's just all this motion is like this, and then you're asking someone to make a left hand turn, and it's just there's too many people. Like now, it's like six of us. We do what we need to do.
We can turn. But if the
Yeah,
boat heavy, you can't turn.
yeah, but I think
I
for
get
me,
it.
I just want people to get reminded, like at the end of the day, it's all about you singing and your voice and your vocals, and like really connecting with people with that, and reminding people that that's what separates you and other artists like you from someone else. It's like the ability to. I remember when I first met you, you were doing some gig, and I guess some people couldn't make the gig, and you said, "Yeah, I'm doing this gig with a drummer and two bass players." I'm like, what kind of shit? like you were so comfortable being able with your own voice, being able to do that. Like most people would have canceled the gig.
No, I
Like,
still
how you gonna
can.
do a gig? How you gonna do a gig? You do a gig with a drummer, and it's all good. You don't even
Oh,
care.
I will make that joint work
Yeah,
too.
that's it. That's it. I
I
love it.
I
I love it.
still do that. No, no, I don't do that. I got a presentation.
Oh,
But
now,
if I
now
had
you
to, I'd
all
make it
extra
work.
now.
Whatever. If I had to, I'd go back to my old ways.
Yeah,
Anyway, I don't know. I think we answered everything, and you're like the coolest because it doesn't have to be this long. Usually everybody has a whole bunch of stuff to say,
I
but
know, but no one wants to say shit to me, so
I
you
love
know. Maybe I should be more
silly, Rex.
interesting. Like,
You are
I
amazingly
hope I didn't mess up
interesting.
your wild card Wednesday.
No, you did not. It is the
Okay,
best. This has been like the to come into this week with you here again, my
because you
blanket.
know I didn't want to do this when you asked me. I was like, nah, but I had to doing all this. I,
How easy it was. No one said anything crazy at all. I didn't have to block
it is.
nobody. This is awesome.
No,
But I'm excited about the project coming out and
that's it.
people
That's
hearing
it.
all our hard work
But I want
and
everybody to go out and get this.
the wild
Yeah,
card. Please get it.
and tell people about it. It's like the old school, you know.
Word of
Tell
mouth.
someone about it, tell another person about it, and stream, 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 stream. Like, you know, get on these, stream this music, play it over and over, make it like a part of your life, you know, for everybody. Because we
Please
have to
do.
like take this audience and bring them into like, this is what the economy is right now. It's like, it's streaming music. So I know that some people are uncomfortable with it, but it's actually incredible that you can just pop on your computer and play your song. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, get it any way you can get it. Don't get me wrong, but you know, and Led, I'm just proud of like everything that you're doing right now. And even when I push back because you know it's like seems to be too much, but you have to like push out. You got to push out to the extreme because that's the only way you won't suffocate.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
know that those words will come back to haunt me, but you know what I'm saying? It's like it's like you have to stretch out. You know, because it's easy to
No.
just keep doing what you're doing, but doing what you're doing means you're falling behind. That's the truth. Like
Yeah.
maintaining is falling behind. So you can't be comfortable. Um, so
Yeah.
that's good. I think
I
that you're fine
appreciate
not
you
being
there.
comfortable.
I appreciate you always leaving room for me, but also pushing me at the same time to go forward.
And
And to
then I'm seeing these articles that are talking about not just your music, but your next phase, your business, your thing. Like the Rolling Stone article and different articles I see, like you're like doing your own thing right now. I think that it's good to have that narrative because people need to know. Like that's where you are right now. All grown up, kid. What's
I'm
up?
grown now,
You
Rex. You
know?
can't be hollering at me like before.
She literally, y'all, she did say to me, like, you yelling at me does not make me want to sing.
Rex keep forgetting I'm grown,
Oh,
grown. I
I
am not
know.
the little all right girl that came in bouncing. Oh, I'm
I
happy to
know.
be here. I'm grown now. Look, what are we getting paid?
That's it. That's it. Look, man, I'm super excited. You know, it seems like it takes a long time to get here, and then it's
Yeah,
here.
and then it's here.
You
Well,
know,
I'm just, all I want to do is do my best every single time, put out quality work that will be a great part of our legacy, and just have fun when I can. I missed a lot of fun times worrying about numbers. You know what I mean? So
what's
I'm
this last
excited.
question here?
What does it say? Do you recommend a music composer software for lyricists without music composition experience other than Pro Tools? That's your question.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think that whatever works for you. Everybody, people's Pro Tools, Ableton, whatever. I think whatever. At the end of the day, some of our best times are just sitting down at the piano and writing a song.
Like all the
Like
way.
that other stuff is production.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like all the way, you just sit down at the piano and do what you got to do.
You know what people love? They love our song on Lost and Found. Uh, in the morning,
Oh yeah,
will you be there in the morning to love me, love me, love me? They love that song. I cannot
So Will Downing must have
sing
just
that.
been in there. He's asking questions. Did we see a
Ah, he
question
is.
from Will?
See?
Half of my problem is I can't see. So my
I'm
eyes have
looking.
gotten
Let
bad.
me look. Oh, there's some more questions. Okay, hold on. I thought we were out of here.
I know
Which
you're trying to
song are you
get
most?
rid of. You're
What
trying to get
plans
rid
are
of me.
da, 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 da. No, no, I don't see any questions from Will.
Okay, well,
Unless he, if you're still
unless
here,
he already
Will,
did
just
it in the past by.
maybe
That
it went
W
by.
might have looked like an M to me. My eyes, my eyes, bad, bad, bad,
Oh my
bad.
God.
I'm actually
Lost and
enjoying this
found was
now.
the
I know.
song.
I know.
Now you're enjoying it? I told you it would be fun though. It won't be
Yes,
any
I'm
stress at
enjoying it.
all. And people are
I know. In the
cool.
morning, man.
They love that, especially in
Yeah,
England. When I do that in London, it's like they have to hear that song. I say England, England, but it's England. But they love, love,
England.
love. I go England because I say Oakland, so I say England. Anyway, collaboration with Erica Badu, anybody, I would love to.
That would be incredible.
That would be awesome. I
Who is your
can't.
favorite artist, lad? They're asking you.
Oh man, that's unfair. I
That's
love
hard,
so
right?
many. I listen to too much to pick one person. Um, but I do love. Hey, Silva, I haven't seen Silva in so long. Um, I love. I just like the. I love the greats. If I could talk to them, most of them are gone. But I luckily I still have Anita Baker and Patti LaBelle and Rasan and Shaka, people I could still talk to and love on. So that's really cool. But I love too
Right,
many to
right.
pick one. Love too many to pick one. All right, y'all.
All
I
right.
we're they're about to kick us off in 10 minutes. So if
Yes.
you have
Yeah.
any more questions, you can answer now. Go. All right. So we're out of here.
All right, y'all. Okay. All
All
right,
right,
baby.
Rex, I love you. Thank you for doing this. And you guys, I'm going to come back on around 5 o'clock and talk to another friend and
Keep
who has
supporting.
the
Keep
album.
supporting.
And
Yeah.
we're going to talk more about what he thinks, not he heard it all. So, but
There you
Rex,
go.
I love you.
I love you too. You
Thank
know
you
that.
so much for being everything for me when
And I need
it's,
that. I need that behind me next
yeah,
time so I
yeah,
can
I'm
feel
going to hook you
fly.
up with
All
the
right.
Fabrica. All right.
Yeah.
The
All
Fabric.
right.
I love
Peace.
you, Rex.
All right.
Thanks for doing this.
Bye
Later,
bye.
y'all.